Yo, what up? It's your boy Young Chris, the Biz with D, holding it down. Philadelphia, we in the building.
All right, everybody. Thank you all for tuning to the Biz with D. Of course, and right now we got another exclusive interview, but it's with somebody who I've been a fan of for like a long time, and he's from Philly. So shout out to Philly real quick. Got Young Chris on the line. What's going on, Chris?
What's up, man? Everything is good. How are you?
I'm great. Thank you for coming on the show this evening. We do appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Thanks for the love.
Absolutely. So just real quick, tell the fans who may not know who you are, just tell them a little bit about you.
Well, I started 14, 15. My group was the Young Guns. Myself and my partner, Neef, we signed to Jay-Z. We did the state property thing, the movies, the albums. And then we had our own success with the Can't Stop, Won't Stop, No Better Love record. Can't Stop, Won't Stop was nominated for a Grammy. Talking about we performed that record today, they still screaming to the top of their lungs. So it was just a blessing to have those type of records, that type of success. And we made a major impact, which kept us alive today. I started working on a solo project in 2005 once the rock split up happened after that. We did one album with Jay after that, The Brothers from Another. We dropped Set It Off. And then after that, I started working on a solo project. And years later, I ran into Rico Love, which is at Division I. We did a Division I/Universal deal, and we put out a mixtape called Reintroduction with records like Philly Shit that made MTV, Break a Bitch Down, that was a heavy impact. None of Them Is You was #1 on radio back home. So it was just a good look to create the awareness I needed and let the people know that I'm back out here. Then I had the record with Meek Mill, the House Party record, which was the next mainstream success record. And I'm back to deliver, man. I got a project due in May. I'm going to drop a record this month, no later than February. I'm out here in Miami recording right now. Shout out to Rico Love. Shout out to Earl and E, the whole team, everybody. We out here at Division I. And, I did the deal with E1. That's right. Who's distributing it. And Rico going executive producer. So we're just working and getting the records right because I did all the body work, so I'm putting the pieces to the puzzle right now. Shout out Slim from 112. He came through yesterday, laced me up with a crazy hook. I got a few special records, man. Shout out Mario. Shout out Kelly Rowland. Shout out to Boy Fab. I just gave him something. Hopefully that'll work out. And I'm just excited to be back in the mix.
Absolutely, and that's great. You got a lot going on, and the one thing that you just mentioned I wanted to definitely touch on was Rockefeller. You guys did a reunion concert in Atlantic City just the other weekend. How was that experience for you?
It was cool. It was pretty cool. I loved it. We had a show in New York a couple weeks before that. It was sold out at the Grand Mercy Theater. It was just a great look. Good to be on stage with some old friends and good to still see that the people love it. And it just took us back. Memory lane. Everybody that was there that night, it was, we all just had a great time, man. Real memorable.
Right. And just how does it feel to know that you guys have had so much success so far in the industry? Well, yourself.
Yeah. It's a blessing. I look at it every day. I don't take nothing for granted. You could be up 1 minute, down the next. It's all a grind. You got to stay on that grind if you want to stay shining, And I feel like everything I've been through just made me tougher at the end of the day. I feel like my living abilities right now is not matching my success, so I got a long way to go. So I'm chasing right now.
Right, absolutely. So, and you also mentioned signing with Division I, which is Rico Love's label. How's that going for you just overall? Because, he is like that it guy right now with the platinum hits, Grammy hits at that.
Yeah, it's beautiful. When you got a guy like that, our chemistry is special, right? I do my thing, he do his thing. We did a whole mixtape before we even did a deal. That was the reintroduction. So our chemistry just kicked off right away. But I'm saying that to say, when you're making records and he laying the groundwork as far as the hooks, as far as subject matter, it's so easy. It's so easy to dance in between it, and come up with the shit. The majority of the time it's for the ladies. And that's something we really do. That ain't no gimmicks, yo. When it's your life, it's easy to tell a story.
Right. And that's so true because you've got to tell a story with your music in order for the fans to really feel understand.
Yeah. Or else it'd be like for the moment. You know what I'm saying? See, I got a story. That's why I'm still around.
Absolutely. So speaking of writing, where do you how do you come up with your lyrical content? Because I mean, just the things that you speak on is real, and it's definitely positive too.
Yeah, without a doubt, man. Listen, I'm conscious with my music, not too conscious, but you know, my daughter made me change a lot. So I verified. I don't glorify the gangster shit. That's where we from, but we try and get away from it, you know. And I follow the production. Sometimes I might catch myself thinking the lines without no beat and just be somewhere random, jotting down notes so I don't forget it if I go to the studio like a couple days later or next week. But when I'm in the lab, for the most part, I like to beat up loud and just smoke and just zone out and just, you know, come up with it as I go along. I follow the production, though. So, like, whatever beat the mood, and that's what beat I be in. You know how some people go in the studio off of their mood, like they probably be mad and just want to, I could be mad, right, go in the studio and hear a happy-ass record, and my whole mood would change, at least for that record.
I know that's right, because I'm an artist as well. And that's how I kind of write. I just take however I'm feeling, I either put it into it like that, or I just let the beat write the song for me, because that's the best way.
Yeah. It's easy like that.
So I got a fan question, and one of the fans wanted to know, what was your favorite collaboration so far in your career that you've done?
Well, of course, the ones with the big homie, you know. Never Take Me Alive was definitely one of my favorites because when I did that record, I had lost a friend of mine, L.A., and I mean my brother. And we was young. We had just got signed, and there was a lot going on. And Jay called me up to New York and was like, yo, I got an alley-oop for you. You just got to dunk that shit. Because it was actually supposed to have been for Blueprint or something like that. And I did the verse, and once we didn't use it for his album, I asked him, can we have it for Young Gun's first album, Tough Love, and that's when I put Neef on it, and we did what we did. It turned up, so that's definitely one of my favorites, That Pain. Speaking on Slum, like I said when he came through last night, I was telling him another one of my favorites was with him, the Don't Keep Me Waiting record that we never got a chance to release on the second album. Like, I love that record. The Luther Vandross sample. And it was just an amazing record, man. I can remember L.A. Reid playing the record back 7-8 times in the meeting. Like, the whole building, whole Def Jam building was excited about it. I don't know why they dropped the ball, but that's another thing.
Right. And, you know, being in the industry, there are those situations, the moments where people do drop the ball.
Yeah, they stop believing and move on.
Right. Which is whack. But you know what you got to do, just keep on moving and keep rocking. And it's good that you were able to do that. Yeah,
a lot of people break, man.
So I got another fan question, and one of the fans wanted to know, what is the hardest struggle about being in the music industry for you?
The hardest struggle in the music industry?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, just knowing that this business is fake, and like majority of these people you're gonna come across is fake. Cause I'm a loyalty dude. Like, I wear my heart on my sleeve. You know what I'm saying? And I got taken advantage of a few times with that loyalty shit. So just basically you gotta just cause I believe in relationships. Relationships is everything, man. You just gotta watch how you gotta choose them wisely. You know, you gotta watch how you pick, watch who you're around. Less is best. You don't need 100 niggas in your circle. As soon as you get fucked up, you can't find out one of them. I've been through all that, you know what I'm saying? So just keep that light, tight circle. Watch who you trust. And, you know, you got to stay consistent and just maintain your image and your lifestyle.
Right. So you just mentioned image. Where do you, how did you come up with your fashion style?
Oh, man, whenever I go in the store and I see, I ask them, what's the latest shit? And this now, I just left the store. And, you know, what I do? Some Sabagas, you know, some nudie jeans, some nudie denims, some fresh supers. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I just go with the flow, man. If I like it, I get it. A lot of people follow the lead. I feel like you got to just be yourself. If you like it, if it fits you, do it. You know, that's what hip hop is about. It's a lifestyle. It's fashion. You know, it's image. Today is more so content, videos and shit like that than audio, because they got a short attention span, so they don't really give a fuck about you dropping a record on Twitter here and then. You got to stay consistent, nigga. You got to turn up. You got to do so much more to keep these people's attention. You got to outwork yourself. You got to, you know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. And I know that to be true myself. I mean, even with me being an artist and having a show, I also manage other artists and have other things in the work. So it's like I definitely outwork myself. So I know everything what you're saying is so true, because you got to, especially to stay
you got to be the first. You got to be the first one in the studio and the last one to leave.
Mhm.
You got to do boot camp in that motherfucker. You got to sleep there if you got to.
Absolutely. So just going back to the reintroduction, I have a favorite joint from that, actually, two. The first one, of course, is Philly shit, because you know Philly, they play that like mad hard. And I'm from Delaware, so you know I listen to the Philly stations, of course.
Yeah, they was loving that shit.
And another one is Break a Bitch Down. Just how did you come up with those two records?
Well, I'm sitting right here next to the genius right now. Shout out my guy Earl, man. Earl and E, they do all the production. They do majority of it. Well, they did everything on reintroduction. As far as production, Dumb and Rico Love. Rico called me one day like, yo, I was thinking of a hook on a plane. I think he was coming from Jamaica or something with Usher or something when he did the Philly shit. And he was like, yo, I'm calling you when I get back. And he called me. I think he sent it to me, or I came down Miami. I came and recorded it here. Yeah. I came to Miami, and when I got down here, he played that shit. That shit was just hitting so hard, and I be on that Philly, I be. Like I said, once he set the groundwork, it's so easy for me to dance in between once the subject matter is already laid.
Right.
So that was easy. You know, we felt like me coming back out on the mainstream, it's best to rep my city and, you know, let them know where I'm from again, because I feel like you got to treat yourself like a new artist so these people will know, man.
Right. And that's good that you do that, and that you show your hometown love. You show Philly love, because there are artists that do forget where they came from, or just don't show their city love, period.
Yeah. That's what it's about, man. The city, man.
So you got
That's what it's about. Hopefully we can bring it back, make the city bigger.
Right.
So we won't have to keep running out of the city to get deals and to get looked at. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm. And speaking of that, it just makes me think about how much raw talent there is in Philly as far as hip hop is concerned, and no one's really channeling into that. I think it's very unfortunate.
Right.
What are your takes on it?
On what? Say that again. On the Philly thing. What?
On like people not really looking into like how great Philly artists are, like the underdog.
Oh, man, well, you know, it start with us. It start with the artist in itself, and we got to stop killing each other, going at each other. Because once they looking from another city and they looking in on us, they like, why would we want to fuck with them? Them niggas killing each other. You know what I'm saying? You go to Atlanta, they sticking together. You down here in Miami, running into everybody, even in L.A. sometimes, and that's a Crip and Blood situation. But they still together out there as movements. You know what I'm saying? You got to be a movement. We got to be a unit. And once we get that together, I think it'll be a better situation for everybody. Up and coming artists that's successful, have a chance to come back. Everything. You know what I'm saying? But you know, it start with us.
Absolutely. So I know that you have to go really shortly, and I want to say thank you for coming on. But I can't let you go without talking about the new project that's going to be dropping. So can you kind of tell us a little bit about that?
I'm so excited about it right now, and I just recorded the intro record the other night. Pain, you know, I'm delivering that pain, man. Like I said, Slim just came through, laced it up, gave the record to Fab, Kelly Rowland, Mile High Club. I'm in a record with Mario titled Stars. It's just we got so many records. It's just now we narrowing them down and picking the best records and seeing which fit. And you know, I got hella shit with Rico Love. We just
right,
man. So, yeah. I'm excited about the whole project.
That's good stuff, and I'm definitely looking forward to hearing the joint that you did with Slim, because Slim is a friend to the show.
Oh, man, whenever you talk to him, ask him about it, man. He killed that shit.
I will. I totally will. Hopefully you can drop that single as an exclusive on our station first, because I think that's definitely something that our listeners want to hear from you.
Okay. We'll definitely be in touch when I get it mixed and drop it.
Absolutely. So what can we just overall expect from the project?
Well, it's titled Alive. I feel like they left me for dead. I just want to create that awareness and put my stamp back in the game, and hopefully if it goes how I predicted, I'll be dropping another one at the end of the year. I'm just here to stay and let them know, you know what I mean?
Right.
Leave a big legacy whenever I do leave. It's here to make my mark, that's all. Share some of this pain and enlighten some of the youth, some of the up-and-coming artists, if I can inspire them from my story and things like that, man. You know what I mean? Of course, we're going to go get the money and take care of the family and live a life, but that's the most important part. As long as I get that message across, and when I leave my legacy here, you know I put some work in it, and my daughter good when I leave this motherfucker.
Right. Absolutely. And thank you for coming on the show and just inspiring others to be great, such as myself, because like I told you, I'm an artist, and I definitely admire the drive.
Thank you, man. And
how humble you are.
Yeah, thank you, man. I tell them they got to stay humble.
Absolutely.
Got to stay humble. You got to know when to attack, but live humble, though. You know? And you could be aggressive on these records and all that stuff, but be humble.
Absolutely. So, Chris, do you have any final remarks before I let you go?
Alive. Title of the album, Alive. Follow me on Instagram at _Young Chris, YOUNGCHRIS, and my Twitter is direct Young Chris.
Okay. Well, I'm definitely following you on there, and I'm going to send you a tweet right now that you can follow me back, because I definitely want to stay in touch and, just kind of, communicate so that next interview we do, you're more familiar with me, my tweets, and you be like, dude, what the fuck were you saying?
All right, that's a bet, man. Thank you.
Not a problem.